What do I owe the honour? So, will it be? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. Anything else?
It's not often our entire merry flock returns home to roost at once.
Back again? Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive. Here you are. Very good.
Still alive, or something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing.
It's a long story. One that I'd run.
Right. All...
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stonehere, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the Halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. remember.
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Aye, Rutherford in...
I would have done the same.
You're far...
From what little I...
but I was... Alas, we must move.
But where do we...
True, the realms, as you've certain... And yet, in short...
But how would what...
The army, sad, but
I thought he was...
He was. And as...
Of course you...
And he's a Havilah. I extol... You don't mind...
Of course not. Would you... Excellent.
No.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen our...
Pining for something, boy. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit, clap that there iron on him to keep him from
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters. It's doubly hard in being a frost wolf. Torn away. Sid would always tell him. I reckon what he...
I'm sorry, Toll. Sorry for making you wait. Let's get that thing on. Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us do. You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying it.
Not nearly as much as you have lately.
Aye, good thing, you know.
Your kindness...
Only because it...
Where to, then, Torgal?
What do you think happened to Miss Smith?
Sid!
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions.
No. Well, yeah.
It's Miss Middledal. Very
When she is.
in the class.
That's what I...
Well, she does. Then it's...
But...
Why don't I go?
You don't think...
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It isn't my...
No,
we...
You were a good friend, but the two... Oh, you can...
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Vivian, and I'll be happy to...
Thank you, Clive. But...
Please,
but... Clive. Allow me to educate you. Here's the latest information I have.
Sid, I was wondering if...
It depends what...
A bit...
One can never have...
True... No.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Sid.
By all means.
Find it any somewhere.
We'll be needing
Does
check him then.
The entrance.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from
his will.
After Kupka was cut in the process.
I'm surprised.
Cyril asked that.
Of course. I want to know.
Very well.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking wet. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been... To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed, one whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade. Clive, if the young professor has tasked me, I fear she asks the impossible. The executor.
The executors.
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts, and one such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of Bear, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever, or so rumor has it.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why? Secrecy, they lurk.
Which would explain...
By the hand of...
But what drive?
Fine quest. Sadly, you may just...
In my hunt, what was Vivian?
Not from... Rumors of the... But rather let... Well, alas. But if you were...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay Garnick a... Mid.
Ah! That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need to shut your...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. And that's with the sea... But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to... It's not fair! The gods get the skies all to themselves, so... And the Fallen had their chance, but not me. I've discovered how... Well, almost. First hand.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? But If her godfather's offering to lend her, first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss. Then I'll need some bone, or...
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will...
No, they'll know where you...
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Little mentioned a new project?
All right, Sid.
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of luck.
Most bones, if it's jewel...
I do. Well, any old...
But
I'll...
Twinside's hundreds of... miles away. That'd mean the crystals...
massive. Clive! Here you go.
Seen enough?
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being...
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torp. All right, I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough.
All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal. Get him! Over here! Why the hell would Victor take the bear?
Here to help me? Thanks. You and I? If... It's the children, and if...
Of course.
Thank you. What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. A damn big one.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And their head...
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. We need to evacuate. There's no time to... Ferda, gather the Akashic well?
Yes.
Clive, the children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else.
What's an Akasha?
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a...
What do you want?
To pass up. There's been an ether flood. The camp with us, they're no longer just bad. You need to begin
Oh, do we? And...
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the You may believe his lies, my lord.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at... If he had not been unmasked, he may... A great honor. One he might well...
Lord Underhill, Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither...
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, ask if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up shop for today.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Gilbert, take this crystal.
Are you looking for something in particular? Go with Gilbert.
Lord Cid, I went to warn. They've convinced the bloody, which means the town, but I can't. You only have to.
I appreciate it.
Cid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor?
I couldn't abandon a friend, and Lubor is in need at this very moment.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please, believe me, if you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor. Wait. Someone's coming. Go.
Come on! Stop! You're hurting him! did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then.
Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands.
The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalimil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it.
I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
Looks like everyone's ready. Better not keep them waiting.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? Can't leave a single one alive.
Get him! Over here! You're finished! Go for it!
I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Oh, seems that might be the last of them.
Lubo, sit.
Clyde!
It's done.
Thank you.
Friend and Vic.
Lubor. After all,
but we...
So,
we did it. Firstly, that you will... If the town... Unity is the... When that time comes...
Of course.
And you will accept that if I am to... The mistreatment of bearers must end here. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded this... They will not be judged...
As we failed to do.
We agree. Conditioning. Well then. How not so long ago I had resigned, and now here.
Lubo.
Fear not. I would sooner. I'll make sure.
I don't doubt that. And not just.
Can't have all.
Good day. Go safely now.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide? Looks like we found him. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her...
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Anything else? Come again.
Your Grace?
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the honor.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill. The complete, immense... But your father's dream did not end there. With the blight spreading ever more...
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. Small wonder.
But he thought nor would those...
It's a pity.
But one.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she... After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extend...
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Here's the scraps you're after.
Not a scratch on them. That's such a good price.
My lord. Your father, the Archduke...
Lift up your head, Lady God. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty, as any proud reserve...
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others.
Titan's Wake is south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Lord Marquis.
What is it?
One of our... He sent...
Was he
No, an ancient by gate.
And so...
Fully ironed, though, yet for as...
But I...
If you go...
Eyes peeled, Joshua. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Are you buying or selling? Anything else?
Oh, thank the Griffin is slick.
And the Heartstone.
This radiant luster light. Thank you, Your father would...
Lady Goddard.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse... The armbands are grey. Take them. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. And the graven vines and...
It's a message. Enemies who would...
And only if we...
Indeed. But this was more... It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining.
Forgive me, but there is something I don't... The Undying, even if the... So...
Because of the deep... In the days before the... I tried to... When word...
And thank them.
Yet my duty... And so my... Ian for...
Lady Goddard.
As do I.
Thank you for coming.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to...
It is.
Let him see.
I suppose. What do you say?
I think I was hurt.
Your father since the day I prithee, and I do not...
Thank you, sir. Come on, Clive.